Why, hello everyone, Sean here, and welcome to a reaction type of video. I am going to be going through the 48-minute walkthrough that they shown off featuring Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay back in August of 2018. So right at the end of August, they showed off this video here. I actually never seen a number of trailers other than the Johnny Silverhand one with Keanu Reeves being revealed. But I have not seen anything beyond that because I didn't want to be spoiled or anything like that. But that also kind of made my expectations different in a way. So I don't know. Maybe I should take a look at a couple of trailers next time before I, feel or anticipate for a AAA game or anything like that. When it comes to movies, not so much. But video games, it's a little different, it seems like. So, but anyway, enough rambling. I'm gonna go through this entire video. I'm gonna just point out and react to all the differences that I see from this video, because there are a lot of promises that weren't not met or kept from the devs due to like time constraints and just other things to the management of CD Projekt Red. And before we go further, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course leave a comment by the end of the video. Really helps out, really appreciate it, guys. And so let's get right into it. So let's just go through this thing and, well, see how this video goes.
Almost clear. Go.
Here's the intro things. Well, I can tell you already.
Welcome to the gameplay demo walkthrough.
Let me try to lower this.
Red's upcoming title, Cyberpunk 2077, a narrative-driven open-world RPG.
It's already different in a way because there is hardly any cinematics, and it made it look like there's cinematics in the game. There are some, but there's very, very few. And yeah, it is subject to change, but
in Cyberpunk 2077, you can fully customize your character using a deep customization system. For this demo, we're going to play a female. Keep in mind that what you see here is not final. We just want to give you a glimpse of what will be possible in the released game. This is an RPG, so before we get into our appearance, we need to define our backstory.
Yeah, this is entirely different. This is you do not see this at all. Wow, like this is super different. It doesn't give you like a background check or anything like that. It kind of looks like it could have been a little more immersive that way, but you didn't pick any like life events what you had in your lifetime, right, or in your main character's lifetime. Role models for some reason, and then Morgan Blackhand. I think that was a name mentioned in the game, but I'm not too sure. I know Arasaka, obviously, Johnny Silverhand, obviously. But yeah, Night City, why you're living here or something like that. Unfinished business, ex-lover in town, and something to prove. Yeah, definitely this is entirely missing here. Because what you get pretty much is life paths, and you pick the nomad, the street kid, and corpo, which I went with for my main playthrough anyway. My first playthrough, I picked corpo. This is entirely different. See, a lot of these key features of really customizing your person is not there. The skin tone is kind of there. The ears, the jaws, however, mouth, nose, the eyes. I think the eyes are, I think they're there, but it's super different, for sure. Doesn't really, I don't think it really offers any customization like this, anyway.
There's an array of different options to modify how you look. These include body type, hairstyle, tattoo.
Body type, absolutely not. That is missing also as well. That's another missing feature. So you're stuck with this one physique.
Makeup, skin tone, and many, many more. But visuals aren't everything. You'll also be able to customize your initial...
And if we go back, this is also different. You don't have any glow. There's no like LED type of thing going on with you, or any like accent lighting that you actually get to see with other characters, I think. But for yourself, not really. You don't get to have your own tattoo, your location, of course. The eye mods and skin mods. Oh no, the eye mods are there, I think. You can make your eyes look it can have like a black I forget what it's called. It's the white area around your eyes. But the iris you can change around too, of course. But also the whites of your eyes can also change up, so you can have it like black or something like that. You can kind of look like if you're a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, you can look like a Robotnik or Dr. Eggman almost when he took off his shades in the comics. I guess spoilers, but Robotnik for sure. Dr. Robotnik for sure. He had those sort of eyes. Metal Sonic too. You know, kind of a weird recurring theme there. You definitely don't have surface wiring, bodily scars. I think it's there, but again, it's very different.
You'll also be able to
Okay, so this is the stats that you have in the game. You have strength, which is actually body in the final product. Constitution is missing. Intelligence is there. Reflex, tech. That's like technical ability. That's what's the term for in the final product. Coolness or cool. I believe that's also in there. Same name and all.
customize your initial
So Constitution is the one that is missing in this entire thing. So
setup. You'll notice we didn't pick a class. Cyberpunk 2077 features a fluid class system, and you'll be able to modify your class throughout the game. This demo takes place near the beginning of the game. V and her friend Jackie, along with a netrunner named T-Bug, are hired to find and retrieve a missing person.
and like I said before, there's no cinematics, which it could have definitely used more of.
1237 on your right.
Okay, so this here is also different. I mean, I'm not talking about the font or anything like that, but the character portraits, when they're talking, they have them right there. I think it's actually a little lower too, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like more in the middle of here, or a little lower, to say the least. And this is a lot more detailed here, but you lose a lot. You lose a lot of detail in the final product. In the final product, there is no background for the character, T-Bug in this case, who helped you out early in the game. This is super different. Her portrait, the portrait itself, the background is entirely missing. So it's just this like black, you know, and yeah, it's just so strikingly different, if that makes sense. It's super different. Yeah, like the gesture, like not there.
2077 is a first-person
It's supposed to be like in the
game.
super beginning, of
This
course.
perspective enables us to maximize your immersion.
Should have full access.
Yeah,
2.8 seconds.
they're really trying to sell on the immersion. The gun is similar, if not the same, 100%. I don't remember this part particularly, but there were some. I think this might have been moved around in a different part of the game. I don't remember seeing this in the beginning. I don't want to say it's missing, but I don't remember that part. But I do remember this when it comes to in a different part of the game.
It's too simple. Not our girl, I think.
Very detailed here, obviously.
It looks like these scavengers are kidnapping people to harvest their implants.
These things tend to be like a very different build. I guess they have like a different PC just for these things. So obviously the product that you receive, even if it's on PC, a PC version, is entirely different. because obviously we are not we all don't have the same tech for the specs on our PC. And okay, so this animation is entirely different. You do not get to ever shoot the gun when you grab someone behind. The gun is never in play when you either do a non-lethal takedown or a lethal takedown. So what you do for a lethal takedown is you just, spin the head, you crack their neck, you turn their neck like 90 degrees, and that's how the kill animation goes no matter what you do, pretty much. That's the only kill animation you have. The other one, I guess there's actually one more, but it's similar in principle. So what you do is that you just grab around the neck like this, and then the person's head will be behind your arm like this, and then you do you just contort your back to bend the neck and snap the neck that way. You're using your back to, to snap the neck, essentially. It's almost like a headlock, a regular headlock, but it's reversed. The person's body is facing up rather than facing down, and then the back is facing up in the other case. But in the final product, the kill animations are with the gun are not found. It's just so baffling of how different it is. This is actually absolutely my first time seeing this, I think. Like, maybe I might have seen this once before, but I do not remember a lot of these things. Okay, so the pistol is automatic. Yeah, because this same pistol is semi-automatic, unless he's firing really fast, but, or she in this case, but, but, like, there are automatic pistols, but they don't fire fast like this. I may have to take off my hoodie at some point because it is getting a little warm in here. I'm starting to warm up. Okay, so the slowdown you do see, it's
This is Kolesnikov.
Yeah, Kolesnikov. It's the name of one of your abilities that you can do. Essentially, you can aim down the sight and slide or dodge, and that activates the slow-mo blue screen that you see in this
This is Kolesnikov.
kind of like this. It's very similar, if not 100%. The text is dominantly red here. You see more blue than anything in the final product. The combat is pretty similar. There are some distinct differences. There's more emphasis on the slowdown here. It all depends on what kind of build you're going for and what cyberware mods you have on you. This I don't remember at all. When Jackie is trying to open the door and then the person on the other side is blowing through the walls. I don't think that's there.
Can't see shit. Got none to fucking use.
Yeah, the level of destruction on like tables and walls and stuff like that is definitely not there. You can shoot through walls, but they don't actually interact with like your projectile. You have tech weapons that shoot through objects and stuff through the and hits the target there, but yeah, like you don't see any sort of consequences with the air environment around you. There's no destruction. There's not that much destruction going on. Like there's not even like battlefield levels of like destruction with the building. Now I'm not asking for the building to come down, sure, but yeah, this is entirely different. Like you don't see Jackie doing that stuff. Very animated here, comparison to what was final.
Show's only one room left, the bathroom. Go.
hope our target's in there.
The main concept is still there. Like you have to like go to the bathroom and you go to the tub and you see the person or whatever.
Cabrones.
Right.
Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it? She alive?
This does not look good.
No
Nudity is
walking into Biomon.
the same pretty much. But yeah, obviously the level of detail is entirely different depending on your PC or whatever, but
Got a winner.
it is
We'll leave if we can get her to
definitely
the
not like this.
Sheesh. Trauma Team Platinum too.
Platinum. Shit, TT should have swooped in if she sneezed.
It seems like these things are like always
T-Bug.
more like a cinematic entirely more than the actual in-game engine, but I could be wrong.
TT could actually drop in, take her off our
It could be a thing from other games, but
Got the shard.
when it comes to this is yeah, I don't know, it just seems like it seems entirely different.
Biomon claims trauma will be here in 3 minutes.
But you know, it was all for the sake of marketing and stuff. Really want to sell the game, really want to sell the product, so you just gotta do what you gotta do to make that money, you know.
Mierda, she's flatlining.
V, need to know what's going on.
Jackie, air hypo.
Can't, China.
So a lot of these things are in the game, like
Fuera, China. Get her outside.
the actions, obviously,
It turns
like
out a virus disrupted the girl's locator implant. We fixed that, and now help is inbound.
Swarm of the sons of bitches, 2 vans full, just pulled
the
up.
physics is less present in the
Fuera. Get her out. Terrorists.
final game. Seems like this part is definitely here. Obviously, the graphics are entirely different. The lighting is super different. It's not as like you don't really see as much like fog or this haze that you're seeing here.
Stop where you are. Place the patient on the stretcher. Five steps back. Now.
I think the medical team is entirely different too. The way they act and stuff.
Said step back. PT-133 to control. Patient NC-57.
But it has been a month, so
Secured. Stimulants being administered.
at least a month. Ever since I completed the main story of things and
Give us a lift.
did quite a number of hours with the game.
No problem.
Cutting connection. T-Bug out.
All clear.
That was Trauma
you and me
Team,
blow.
a kind of high-end premium medical
Don't
insurance.
have much time from what Bug said.
We've delivered the target, and T-Bug has notified us that the scavengers have called in reinforcements. Let's get out of here before they arrive.
I got the eddies for new wheels now. Eyeing something real fine too. How about you, Heina?
Yeah, these cinematic angles are not there. They are absolutely not
Talking
there.
about somebody else, Jack. You cleaner than a cunt at a combat.
Whoa. Yeah, I think that's the male. Oh, never mind. That's weird. You don't really get to.
Is a mature, visceral experience.
Oh, I
As
see.
Such, it will let you explore a variety of different interactions with the game world. And as you just
So it looks like it's implying that you're able to like take someone home with you, and then you get to have your way, you know, for the night, and then
saw its people.
like they're really trying to sell that the NPCs were going to be a lot more like lifelike, you know? Yeah, this is all just extra. You don't.
Was a success, and V obviously has some money to burn.
You don't get to see all this. It's all just extra. Yeah, and then again, the portrait right here, the hologram or whatever, think that's what they're called in the final game. The background is definitely not there.
I need to talk to you. That news is as big as my balls.
And I got a hot date with my Ripper Doc.
Come on, Heina, make the doc wait. Pull some pants on your culo and get down here. Subway entrance, and bring your iron.
Okay, Jackie has just told us that he has some big news for us. And we have an appointment with our Ripper Doc today. Before we leave, let's take a good look.
This is definitely not there. You don't get to like read your messages like on the window.
Look around our apartment.
You get to do that on the computer.
Song on the radio
You have a
is by
computer in your
rock boy
house.
Johnny Silver.
The room is still
It's part of
the
our
same,
process to draw inspiration from the pen and paper system.
but obviously, again, the graphical fidelity is
Created by Mike Pondsmith.
entirely different.
And to put our own 2077 spin on it. Let's go grab our gear. Okay.
That's definitely there. The
we'll
stash
take this
room.
trusty pistol.
Now let's check this out. These
We'll take these trusty pistols.
let's see. So yeah, this display is a little more less underdeveloped. You see a more fleshed out reading on the stats of the weapon. But with that said, though, you don't get to see recoil, spread, and range. Although recoil is something. I don't know if I don't know if that needs to be a stat, which is why that's not in the game. Spread maybe, range definitely. Let's see. What is that? PNT or points? I'm not sure what that is. Accuracy. There's rate of fire. Is that penetration? Is that what it is? Penetrating power. Maybe that's what it is. But the penetration is definitely not a stat in the weapons
And also
in the
grab our
game.
jacket. Since Cyberpunk 2077
They do offer the closet, and there are some clothes right there.
is an RPG, the jacket not only provides us with protective stats like armor.
There are some stats that are a little different though. Increase the street cred leveling by 5%. I don't think anything like that is in the game. There's no XP speed increase. There's no times 2 double XP sort of thing.
But it also
Like that at all.
increases our street cred. Street cred is a form of experience the player acquires. by
Street cred is in the
completing
game though.
missions. All right, let's go meet Jack. V's current apartment is located inside a mega building. A huge
That guy in the
building
wheelchair,
forms
you don't
a
really get to see as
microsociety
much, but you do get to see
in
people
this
in,
timeline
or the scooter, excuse me.
technology
The
and
wheelchair, yes, you get to see the people in
evolved some
wheelchairs,
ways
which
familiar, but entirely surprising in others. As an example, in this world, people pay with eddies, slang for euro dollars. We make sure to root every detail in the world's lore, so everything has its purpose and stays believable.
all this stuff is entirely the same. Buck a slice, the rest, like the food court
A big
stuff.
part
It's actually a lot more densely crowded
of our
in your
RPG
apartment,
experience
I think,
is
from
having a
what I can
world
remember,
that is interactive.
in the final game.
A generic ad has
But they definitely look a lot more lifeless
morphed into an
than what's
advertisement
presented here.
tailored to V, informing her of the nearest vendor she can purchase the product.
It just almost seems like they're trying to hide the fact
It
that
shows us where to find some
they couldn't really make it lifelike, so that's why they just stuck in more NPCs to try to like hide it, to make it seem like it's lively, it's dense, But the quantity isn't what counts here, it's the quality. Basic lesson here, but there's a vending machine. You have that. This display here is not there, I don't think.
This is Wilson, one of Night City's many gunsmiths. We won't be checking his wares today, but you can purchase.
Wilson is definitely there. I remember seeing him in the game.
Cyberpunk 2077 is set in Night City, a bustling metropolis located on the coast of the free state of North California. It's a dystopian city where violence and
You kind of forget that this is all in California too. It's like it seems like it's a very generic place. It doesn't feel like it's Los Angeles or California even, you know. Or I think it's supposed to be Northern California, but I don't know.
Where crime now mixes with money.
Very strong signal. You kidding me? Damn signal gonked out 3 times. 3 times, yo. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, the NPCs are okay. So here, yeah, the amount of crowds or the crowd density here is definitely similar in the game. But more lively here than you would see in the game. Corporal Rat, yeah, you don't get to like.
Greatly enhanced our crowd and community system to create the most believable city in any open world game to date.
That is entirely false. The crowds, the city itself is super dead looking. As much as it does look good in the graphics side of things, like the art style and stuff like that, the art direction side of things, the colors and everything, the lighting and all that, the all the night lights and all that, really do bring it out. But the liveliness of the crowd, the whole like NPC emphasis that they were trying to really shove in our faces is not there. It's so entirely different in the worst possible way.
The city's streets are bustling with crowds of people from all facets of life, all living their lives within a full day and night cycle.
You definitely don't feel that.
Okay, there's Jackie.
Fucking finally. Buckle up. Shit's happening.
What's up, Jack?
Dexter Deshawn. Huh? So familiar?
This is definitely different too. I don't want to give too much detail away, but you definitely are in a different location when you start talking to Jackie to go meet up with Deshawn.
Okay, you see that caddy? Need to walk on over there and get us a job, Heina.
Fine, I'll meet him.
I'll be in Senor Rippers. Good news to me. Good luck, V.
It turns out we've caught the attention of one of Night City's biggest.
And for those
Dexter
who don't know already, I bought a standing desk part, so I can convert my desk to a standing desk, which is why the camera shot looks a little different.
Yo, Miss V, a pleasure.
And the Miss V thing, I don't think that's ever present. He doesn't call you Mr. V or anything like that if you're male or go by male pronouns. I think he just calls you V.
Let's roll. Scanning a serious job just now. Playing gargantuan compared to smashing up a scare phone. You interested?
Interested, sure. Tell me more.
Oof, glad to hear. Before we can start in on this, though, I need to be sure. Sure you all right.
All right.
There's the whole dialogue choice.
Slaughter yourself.
Now I know, I mean, it says does not represent the final look of the game, but it really does show
See, got
how different it is from like the promises that they made to the final product.
court convoy.
That's the distinction that we can definitely make here. Not just so much the look of the game, but what is in the game, and what they said
Of course, I got the
for this game
but me and
versus the reality of things.
flow to our convo, see.
Who's the woman?
Corporal agent. She's on the hunt for the dogs who sold the Gangoons info on the convoy. Got herself a prisoner. Her chief suspect, most likely. going on 20 hours since the convoy was jumped, and she still don't have no guilty party. Gotta be desperate by now. Be wise to think how you could use that. Got any questions for me?
Clear on it all, I think. Time I got to work.
Beautiful. Here's hoping my inkling checks out.
So, see you at the afterlife soon as the job's done.
Do good, and this'll be the start of a beautiful...
It seems us to retrieve a piece of high-tech combat gear a local gang stole from the Militech Bangles. Let's try calling...
So the mission
For some tech. Let's
is still, yeah, okay, again, the background is not there. The animation on her is different. It's very much on the subtle side of things.
Amateur hour. Jesus.
A little less personality in that sense.
First exit off Skyline going.
The situation's tricky because the contract giver is a corporate agent who seems a little high-strung.
Like, honestly, I would love to play this version of the game, like, Jesus. Even with the UI being a little more on the outdated side. Like, the font and stuff like that, the color.
Yeah, you. You see this cam, huh? Yeah, got a real whack tape, change your fucking life.
Oh, that's right, Stefan. Haven't done that quest just yet.
Crime is a common occurrence. Night City is not a safe place. Life here.
I don't remember seeing these holograms either, but I could be wrong. At least not the ones that are moving anywhere. I think there's holograms of the objects, of the weapons and stuff like that, I think. I could be wrong. But, huh. Interesting.
Is not easy.
I don't remember these holograms at all that were supposed to replay the crime scene. Ah, here's a shop with Misty and Jackie.
V!
I can release.
How'd it play out with Dex?
It's all here.
All right, I'll check it out while I wait for you.
V.
We're at a Ripper Doc clinic. Ripper Docs are specialist vendors who offer people the possibility...
Location's still the same. You're gonna go meet up with Vic. Vic.
Vicky, spry as ever, you old
Okay. He spells it with a K instead of a C. Oh wow, Vic looks kind of different, or pretty different. He wears shades instead of like just regular glasses. Okay.
Now, finally.
Vic, shit just got real. Hitting the major leagues. Got a job from Dex to Sean.
The Dexter Deshawn?
Does not kick the chair. Throw the screwdriver.
Yes. Hasn't paid you yet. Last time, I swear. Now sit. That's Karoshi. Best I've got. And should be about right.
Oh yeah, this Karoshi stuff is pretty much the same. This scene right here.
To install both an optical scanner...
Mark 1, like I said.
Yeah, it just this is supposed to be showing you that you can like buy parts, change out parts for your cyberwares and stuff like that. The UI, the experience is entirely different. It's just a generic menu. You don't really get to see the action of things. It really looks like here that you're being operated on. This is a lot more immersive.
To be perfectly honest, not entirely sure where the hell I got it. Still, looks like it'll...
Yeah, you don't see all this stuff, this information on the right. It's very different.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Okay.
Even during this like cutscene, you don't really see any much.
Lay that Major League arm of yours right here. Just like that. Thanks. Now a bit of anesthetic, and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
Dialogue is kind of the same. Dentist.
Play by play.
Now, remember, lights out for a minute, all right? Good. So let's test it. Linking you in. You might feel a little discomfort.
Yeah, it is all a cutscene. You only get to see this more than once.
Zoom in on things and take a closer look.
You don't get to zoom in like that. You kind of do when you aim down, hit the aiming button. We don't zoom in like much at all. You do.
Additionally, we can analyze objects, get details.
The look of things I know is again like entirely different. It's supposed to be entirely different, but
On enemy weak points or gang affiliation.
It might take you a while to adjust, but first time, really the charm with
doesn't seem as clear,
actually sync with your thought
in my opinion.
read your intentions.
The whole like weak spot thing is like very trivial in my opinion, or weaknesses, because you just shoot him in the head. It's like,
Brand new sight.
you know, for most things,
Links to our scanner.
especially when you get
Shows us
stronger.
weapon information like
level
ammo
up.
count and fire modes. It also increases the base damage on all connected weapons. It all links to our scanner and shows us weapon information like ammo count and fire modes. It also increases the base damage on all connected weapons.
Shit, Victor. Not bad. I don't know what to say.
Say you'll take this and remember the dosage. 2 whiffs now, and another 2 in an hour.
Thanks again. You're the best, Vic.
Go on, kid. Show 'em where you came from.
Man, it is a bit of a trip to see how different things are, though,
While
just
some
visually
record dogs
too.
operate legally,
But again, that's
provide black market
not supposed to be
services
finalized. But
at the right price.
still, I can't help
They
but
even offer to install illegal military-grade cyberware.
to point out.
Left a few minutes ago. Said he'd wait outside.
Missy looks slightly different, maybe, I don't know, but
Well, Hiroshi. You use them fancy ass optics to scan.
just gonna skip through a little bit of it.
The paint job. Who's this pendejo?
Hey, carnal! Hey, you got a problem?
This guy looks an awful lot like one of those scavengers we took out earlier.
Car is different.
Something tells me that wasn't no coincidence, huh?
You don't drive a Quadra at first, you get to just drive a hella something. Very different. I think this car is in the game, though.
Car is a super-powered sports car running on Chew 2, the super fuel of the future.
It's all
Players
trivial
can
stuff.
Explore Night City freely, in many different cars, on bikes, and in other types of vehicles.
Which all don't matter anyway, because you're not really tied to speed or anything like that for missions.
Blood look good.
Puta madre!
Grab the wheel, Jack!
Oh, fuck!
Oh yeah, this
It
is
looks like the scavengers from earlier are still angry.
They're pulling ahead, Heiner. Watch it now.
this does not happen in the game for sure.
All right.
I think we got rid of him. That was intense.
Shit! The fuck was that?
Every corner, even in daytime. Never sleeps. Danger lurks around every corner, even in daytime.
Not really.
Random encounters like these are an example of
There's no danger in every corner.
influence.
The only danger happens is when you start it. Basically, they just stand there and do nothing. Lifeless, as
Open world experience.
we've all come to know by now.
Okay, Jackie.
So, think they're done riding our...
Out of here.
Okay.
Scavs? Sure, maybe. Should be looking for a new spot to slice and dice, not gunning after us. But who knows? Real messed up pendejos, guys.
Another thing I do wish in this game is like an auto drives feature, because driving in this game is like such a
Many forces are fighting for control of Night City, but the mega corporations are the real showroom.
it's such a like not a fun experience. You accidentally run into people, you get caught by the police, even though you don't really mean to do that. Because the driving sucks, you know.
Let me guess.
Can't really take a look around the city either. You're like paying attention to your driving most of the time, you know. I guess you can do that when you're walking around, I guess, but it would be nice to have your car and in the city, you know what I mean, for a nice scenic shot.
Especially when these are corpos. Instead of just
And I don't remember Jackie being with you and stuff. This is kind of different. I think it is.
Let's take a closer look.
Yeah, this is entirely different.
Car's a fucking tank.
Yeah, Militech. No doubt about it.
Militech is definitely there though.
Gotta do this.
Yeah, this stuff is different.
Try to approach them carefully.
You can see stuff loading up, so.
We're the one to call.
Yep. Wanted.
This cutscene sort of happens.
Calm the hell down. What is this?
I've got you. This. I'll know in.
This happens too.
Who the fuck is this? I'll know in 2 seconds flat. That fucking thing ready?
All set.
Link, and have subjected us
Bodyguard looks a little less detailed.
The dialogue system in Cyberpunk 2077 is fully gameplay driven.
I asked if you came alone.
I mean, I guess, but like,
Just little old me.
She's lying.
we all know by now that the dialogue choices in this game mean jack shit for the most part. You don't really get to live with your consequences by the end either. It just goes back to the same point where you about to start the final mission. So you don't really get to live with it.
It might be tempting to reach for the gun, but the
So
consequences
Got
could be
nothing to
dire.
do with him
Remember,
or Miller.
these guys are really tough.
Shit. Won't get away with this, you now.
they're only tough because it's the early game.
I have no idea.
I've got an offer.
Oh, you are stretching. This better be fucking good.
Gang goons who ripped you off? I know where to find them. They got a bot I want. Give me the funds to buy that bot. You can do what you want with the gang.
I don't give a shit about the thieves. I want my mold. Cred chip 50K. Just enough to buy you your bot. Thing is, chip's gotta make it into the thieves' terminal. That's all I need. Think you can do?
I'm in.
Try to fuck me in any way, and I'll be seeing you real soon.
You're making a.
The agent gave us the money to buy the bot we need from the gang. By choosing to call
I
them,
get that dirty money.
we have now opened up a non-violent path through this quest. Of course, we could try and keep the money, but that would mean we'd have to take the merchandise by force, which requires a lot of firepower.
I don't think that is ever gonna would ever happen.
Looked a little fishy, you know.
You would come out the same regardless. I think what you do.
So I stayed put.
Good thing, too. Went down about like I expected. Made a deal, and we're good to meet.
I'm just skipping through this stuff.
Even these bored almighty Trip 6 SUV. It's just
Choose how to approach this quest. Do we go in guns blazing, or do we try to negotiate
All right,
for the bot?
plan simple.
all in this one.
For this,
Tough shit.
You don't get to go guns blazing, I don't think, when you're approaching the scene. Or the place, I mean.
All strapped with Militech gear.
the guys we're about to meet are dangerous.
You're kind of forced to walk like this, you know, and
Their obsession with body
meet up with
goes way
the
beyond
goons or
this
whatever.
world's standards. Extreme measures.
Anti-personnel mine.
Here.
Charming.
Another one. Seriously? Little late for regrets like that.
Got mines, that's for sure.
Just keep.
I think they had laser mines in the final.
Stay cool. They're just trying to spook us.
That I don't think that ever happened.
Buy the tech, not steal it. Hopefully this will go fast and easy. Would have happened if we'd taken the violent.
There's really no other route to take.
Looking to buy a bot. Model MTO D12.
Yo, Kurt. Peek around the corner, see if we got anything like that. Well, shit. Sit down.
This scene is pretty similar.
Culo. Makes you an easy target.
Sit down.
This ain't gonna end well.
Bravo.
Yeah. Pretty similar. This whole this scene,
Tricked out.
the robot and everything.
Actuators are actually pimped with titanium fiber, and it can go anywhere. Literally. Watch this. Fully integrated link too. So what is
Yep, showing off the robot, just like in the game.
Fuck out of here.
2 questions. What the fuck's going on? And who the fuck is this?
Got 50 large on this Ricochet.
And you positively reek of
Yeah, they're really trying to see, or trying to make it look like
Dexter.
there was actual consequences that stick with you for the rest of the game. I don't really think so. At least in this case, anyway.
50K.
But the point is that the dialogue choices, all the things that you do not add up. Only very few side quests add to the ending for the game that you get, and even when you do get to the end game, all things, and make a choice, you don't get to live with it. So it's like it just feels all trivial by the end of it.
It turns out the cred chip we got from the Militech agent can take
Militech.
Yep, the dirty money. UI looks very different.
System allows us to take a closer look at the splinter.
This is all trivial stuff.
With this done, the bot will now follow us. Nice. A street-modified tech shotgun. Tech will have an alternate fire mode that allows you to power up shots and deal more damage.
Tech shotgun.
Like those gates, for example. However, you'd have to be a skilled netrunner to hack into this terminal.
Concept is there. You know, you gotta open doors at a certain level.
Allow us to disassemble that maintenance panel so we can get a game that players can apply in solving problems. The engineering
This stuff is different. The animation of things is very different.
Production line passes through here.
And we're gonna pass through with it.
Got
From
it.
this point on, we're going to unlock the abilities of a high-end character. Targeting system connected to our eyes. Modules we now have installed is a Ricochet targeting system connected to our eyes. This allows players to bounce bullets off walls.
I actually never ever tried the Ricochet stuff. Like, it just seems so trivial. Like, it's like, why would I go through the trouble of trying to ricochet shots when I can just shoot them in the head, like I'm gonna regular shootout, or just have smart weapons to just go around entirely. You know, the Ricochet stuff is in the game, but I have never found any use,
Hit enemies hiding behind
like good use. I think you have to install a mod in your cyberwares to use Ricochet stuff, like you would with smart weapons. You have to use a smart weapon mod in order to use smart weapons in the first place. So I think it's like the same. But honestly, smart weapons are definitely the way to go. Especially once you get like all the crit damage and chance up there. The Ricochet stuff is trivial.
targeting
Well, that's just me.
that will reveal enemies behind walls.
There's a recon grenade, that's for sure.
Rounds of our tech shotgun. It's a deadly combination. With the penetrating rounds of our tech shotgun, enemies behind walls. Paired with the penetrating rounds of our tech shotgun, it's a deadly combination.
That stuff looks a little different.
Looks like we found some loot. This is a smart gun. It's one of the more advanced weapons.
Oh, there's a smart gun.
Allowing bullets to track and fall. Built of mod. You can be sure to find something that will suit your play progression.
That's the toughest bastards guarding this route. Probably some reason for that.
Yeah, it looks a little different, but the concept is still there. You don't... The bullets are a little... Okay, never mind. You get to see the bullets like curving around and stuff. Like, all the videos I've seen that talk about with the weapons, I've never seen them ever use the Ricochet. It's all about smart weapons. And it's kind of too bad too, because like there are some ability stuff in the trees involving with strengthening your Ricochet stuff, which is kind of a bit of a waste, honestly, but I guess it is what it is. But like, I almost forget sometimes that the Ricochet was ever a thing. Like, I just thought the Ricochet just kind of just happens when you shoot weapons. Yeah, I think when you get better parts, you get like better slowdown, longer slowdown. You just definitely style on them.
Just a reminder, everything you've seen and are about to see, including this particular feature we're about to show you, is from a work-in-progress version of the game and may change over the course of development.
Okay, all that shit's covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try something different. We're going to take this guy down and connect directly to his neural side. In the world of Cyberpunk, once you are jacked into a network...
that is not in the game. This is not in the game at all. This is not how it looks. This is entirely gone. This is entirely gone. You just basically, like, in the game, final game, you just basically, like, you scan the guy and then you start hacking, which you can, you know, make them a little weaker, make hacking a little easier by reducing the cost of hacking, and so on and so forth. But this is entirely different.
This is the building's personnel system. Let's focus on the squad containing the Maelstrom ganger we just connected to. From here, we can deploy software that affects the whole squad. For now, we'll simply unlock the ability to perform quick hacks.
Yeah, there is no work in progress. There's no work at all, it seems like. It's just like very basic. Oh, there's the Mantis place. Oh, there's the wall running. That does not happen. Wall climbing.
Using the back door, we unlock the
oh, that would have been really cool. But I don't think there's ever wall climbing at all with the Mantis blades or wall running in general.
Looks like he's having a problem now. Nice.
Weapon malfunction doesn't happen like that, but you can hack their weapons to malfunction.
Some of you might recognize.
But that was I guess that was what happened during that whole hacking segment, right? But the point being is it's entirely different.
Double jump and bounce off of walls, which makes us a very agile, fast solo.
Was he air dashing? Hold up.
We can also double jump and bounce off of walls, which makes us a very agile, fast...
Okay, you cannot bounce off of walls, that's for sure. You can double jump, but no wall jumping. That would have been so cool. Especially with like a shotgun. That would be really sweet. But hacking is like a lot less animated. It's just very boring in comparison to this.
Sweet, we just found a corporate tech rifle.
Oh, a tech rifle?
Top of the line. scan this guy and see what's going on. It looks like Royce is back, and he's prepped.
I remember this boss fight.
Not dealing a lot of damage because he's packing an autonomous shield. Luckily, the scan we performed earlier revealed a weak spot. Attacking it should bring the shield down.
Okay, I don't think that ever happens with the car and Jackie. Wall destruction does not happen, or the, yeah, look at that, the destruction hardly ever happens. Interactive environments, very lacking. I wonder why this person went back instead of going just around them entirely.
Shield's down. Let's finish him off.
It looked like he was like teabagging. Oh, just dodging. Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's put him down and get this job over.
Well, that was very fast.
And Dex should be happy. Royce about many options, so many possibilities, and each will have consequences that will ripple through the game world and your story.
Nope, absolutely not. Consequences are not to be had. Very few, if that's even possible.
And that's just one quest.
Again, like, no matter what you do, by the end of it, you just go back to the last point before the last mission, or the final mission. And pretty much, this game is so linear, it hurts to see this video, to be honest.
Let's head out and finish the job.
About goddamn time. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, this part I do remember.
Together more often.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jackie doesn't have a car. He has a motorcycle. That's what he
Your
does.
ship had the clap.
You see how this works? Learn it. Nobody else do.
Time we were on our way,
Okay, let's call Dex and tell him how.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, this part is
right.
different. You don't drive the car.
Well done, Missy. Well done. See you there.
Yeah, the hologram thing is different once again. On Dex.
Shit, I can't believe it, Ina. We're open. God, I know.
Not just the
We finished the job, but our story is just beginning. This concludes.
So yeah, that's what concludes it. That concludes everything. That was about an hour of me just trying to break down as much as I can with the memory I have of playing the game. But I know for sure a number of things are very different. They're really trying to sell this whole immersion, which is very dry in comparison to what was presented here, at least. I also remember, I think one of the videos implied that the gangs is something you can join, right? I don't know if that was a thing at all that was announced or anything like that. I could be mixing things up with another game, I don't know, or just getting it mixed up in general. But it just seemed like you can do that, you know, in the game. Pick a gang or whatever. I remember having a discussion with the guys of whether to join this gang or not. I don't know. Like, a lot of things are missing in the game that they've promised originally. It's not just about the game, the final looks of the game or anything like that. There's just a lot of things that are just entirely different because it's just missing, or they didn't work on it, or they had to scrap it for the sake of time, you know. And it all winds down to the management side of things. They wanted to really get the game out, get that money. They really wanted to include the sales of the previous gen console owners or players with the PS4 and the Xbox One. And we all know how those versions came out during release. It's terrible. It felt like a scam, and I don't blame them at all for feeling that way. I have a friend that had a PS4 version, and he uninstalled it, and he's like he's working on Kingdom Hearts right now, which is really funny. My friend Danny, he wanted to enjoy the game, but he couldn't because it's just so hard with all the bugs and the frame drop frame rate drops, and all the problems that are very apparent in the game right now. I think even with all the patches and stuff like that, all the fixing and all that stuff, like if they don't work on the features to really help sell what the immersion was supposed to be, it's not gonna help all that much, honestly. I mean, to some degree, it'll help, yeah, sure, but the milestone, the possibilities of what this game could have accomplished, the lasting impression could have been so much different if they took all the time they needed. You know, and they even said, like, you know, regarding to when the game is released, they said when the game is ready. That's pretty much what it is. But there's so many delays, a lot of weird drama going on. The game gone gold, but it still got delayed. There was something wrong with that. There was a sign. And you know, I wanted to try the game out for myself. I had hopes for this game, and I came out thoroughly disappointed, like a lot of people. It's still fun. It has a fun foundation. That's the thing. It's got the content of a full game. It's got what it takes to be a full game, but there's work to be done. It was half-baked. A lot of promises were missed. There are a lot of bugs that need to be cleaned out, and glitches not to mention. And it's a mess. And I hope CD Projekt Red can turn this around real quick, or real hard at that. And now there's more crunch time because of all this. If they literally took all the time they needed, there would have not been a need for crunch time. If they actually stuck with their word. But because of the crunch time they had, now they're doing more crunch time. It's just kind of sad in that sense. I feel sorry for the devs that really wanted this game to be good, but they couldn't because of the time they were given, the management that they were involved in. Seems like at this point, I would not be surprised if a lot of the devs and the individuals that were behind this company to leave. So that's pretty much it on my analysis, I guess, and reaction on the Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay reveal versus what was actually presented in the final product. From my experience, anyway. It's a massive disappointment. I really wanted this game to be good than what it is right now. So, if you have any comments, especially for those who have played Cyberpunk, please leave them down below. We'd love to check them out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That's always helpful and really appreciate it, guys. So, thank you guys so much. I'll be back with another video. So, see you then. Ciao now.